Fox and Friends apparently not bothered by the back and forth between Donald Trump and governors like Cuomo and Whitmer over the number of ventilators that they need. Last night, Donald Trump implying that they're either wrong or lying about their need, but Geraldo thinks that they should just be happy with what they get.
See, for instance, Andrew Cuomo saying 4,000 ventilators. What am I going to do with 4,000 ventilators? I need 30,000. Take the 4,000, Governor Cuomo. It's a start. I understand from Dr. Birx, Ambassador Birx on the president's coronavirus task force, that there are still available hospital beds in New York, still available ICU space and ventilators. I understand. It's my city has been hurt and people are really afraid. But let's get on the same page when it comes to telling the American people what we're doing and where we're going. This is not the time for partisanship, not the time for politics. Rally around the commander-in-chief. He's the wartime president. Let's win this.
There is so much that I hate in just that little video. They like the narrative that they want. Like, you have a narrative, you're supposed to create things to say around it to lead people in that direction. You're not just supposed to say, he's the wartime president, rally around the wartime president. It's the most bumbling, obvious version of their hope for what will happen. If Cuomo thinks they need that amount, it would be negligent of him, in the extreme, for him to just say, well, they gave me 400. I don't want to be a whiner in this time. That's insane.
But even still, if you're a Trump fan and you love that he's the negotiator in chief, the art of the deal guy, then you should also, if this ridiculous situation exists that Cuomo is overstating it, you should actually respect Cuomo because he's going in with a very intense first offer. Mm-hmm. Like it's just a cult of personality. It's just people looking for an excuse not to like someone and not to think. Yeah. And it's just, and Ainsley Earhardt, she's the worst. Later in that same interaction, she just literally repeats what Geraldo was saying. Take it and be happy with it. And that's all they're all looking for. Excuse me. That's all they're all looking for. It's very frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah, she said at some point it was effectively, let's stop playing the blame game. No, but that's the thing. Like, I'm not a Cuomo fan or Cuomo defender. He's not playing the blame game when he says, we don't have this thing we need that will stop people from dying. We need it. Give it to us if you can. Force companies to produce it if you can. All of that. Obviously, like the idea that, they've just got thousands sitting around and he doesn't care to get them is insane. They just rolled out yesterday. They're going to be trying to split so each ventilator can work for 2 people. Who thinks that they're doing that just for the fun of it so that they don't have to, like, unpack thousands of ventilators that they have? They're prepping for an insane increase in the numbers. They want to keep as many people alive as possible. And this is one of those things where we've been criticizing the months of delay. This is one of those ones where I feel more sick because I feel like I'm standing like on the edge of a cliff looking out at what's going to happen. We know what's going to happen in a few days or in a week or in 2 weeks. They're trying to get prepared for it and they're being attacked. And in a couple of weeks, if thousands of people die across New York City, Trump is going to be criticizing them. He's going to find something to attack them for why they weren't prepared when he is passing the buck in real time right now.
Yeah, the goal of Fox News is to separate people from reality and make them feel comfortable inside their own bubble. Unfortunately, with coronavirus, that kills people. That's it.
Yeah.
And they can't get their way away. They can't navigate their way away from reality and magically like inoculate folks.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating.
It's like this is the moment that hypothetically some of them could have exercised a bit of rational, independent thought. That, like Geraldo, who's criticized Trump before, no, it's just he's the wartime president. Whatever he says goes. Doesn't matter if he's lying.
That's not a bad instinct to have. Like, there's not it's not in itself a bad instinct to say, listen, we're all undergoing a crisis. We need to rally together. That's a good thing. And you know what? People do that naturally anyway. Most people in an easily identifiable crisis will rally around, and you'll see a bump for the leader, whoever it is, because people just need to be led. Some of them feel like they're doing their part by supporting the person in charge and putting what they might label their petty grievances aside. Unfortunately, in this situation, and that's already happening, but you can't just blindly do that if the leader is an idiot. And
Yeah.
the leader in this case is Donald Trump, who we've learned for many years is an idiot.
An idiot and a liar and incompetent. All of these things that you should never have in one of your leaders, but in a time of an emergency like this, it's even worse. Luck Dragon said, by the way, sorry for being salty. I'm just sick of being stuck on lockdown.
I know, I get it, man. I love it. It's entertaining.
Yeah.
I think we all understand you don't actually want to throw people into volcanoes.
Yes.
I think that goes, we're playing when we say that you think that. But.
Yeah, we're not at the this is Spartaing people into a caldera just yet. Geraldo looks like a knockoff Teddy Roosevelt, Yumper said. The Herald says, please look into reporting that critically ill elders are having their respirators removed and given to younger patients in Spain. They are being left to die. If this is true, please help. Yeah, so there's a report. Apparently, it's not actually in effect yet, but there was a write-up for one hospital, I forget exactly where it was, about how they're going to triage ventilators. It was initially leaked as this is what they're doing right now. Apparently, they've written it up for what might come. But yeah, I don't doubt that in some of the countries that are like per capita even harder hit already, that they will be making those sorts of decisions. It's a scarce resource. They don't have enough. In our country, we're not doing what's necessary to get enough. And so at some point, you are going to be having to choose who gets it. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.